All right, here we are. We're about to go online and play my. Wait a minute. We're missing a server. We are missing the Scandy Gaming Server. Sadness. I was going to go on now that they patched and see what changed. That is apparently not going to happen. Well then. Poop, I say. Poop is what I say, and I say poop. Well then, what am I going to do? I guess I'll just go back to an earlier game that I started and never got to do, I guess. A Lobby game. Well, shit. Okay. Well, yeah. So, I haven't been on doing much gaming lately because I'm actually getting ready to move from Las Vegas. I'm moving to Maine soon, and so I've been doing house shopping and you know and taking care of all of that, and figuring out where we're going to move and what we're doing and stuff like that. So I've had a lot of time taken by real life stuff. As I said before, I'd gotten pretty fucked up in a motorcycle accident, busted my back, and basically um, I've got to figure out how I'm changing my life and what I'm going to do, because I can't do what I was basically going to school for. So now I've got crap tons of student loans and crap I got to figure out how to pay off, and that's no fun at all. I'd rather not think about that right now. But that's what I've been up to. And then I've got to start memorizing a script, because I'm going to be in a small indie film, and I've been kind of dicking around with that, looking at that. And yes, I do a little bit of acting. If you look on the interwebs, you might find me. If you knew my real name. Yeah, it's not going to happen. Because basically, if you knew my name, you'd be able to find me pretty easily, since there's really only 3 people on the entire North American continent with my name, first and last. So yeah. So no, I have a nice. I mean, Mortavius is not a common name either, and I've been using it forever. I've used it since I've probably been 16 to 18 years old. I started off using it in my D&D campaigns. In the campaigns that I played, that was kind of my character, and then it moved into online stuff. I had 3 main character names. Actually, no, 4 that I used. And then I did I did stupid names too. Everyone does, like Ben Durhover. It's phonetically Ben Durhover, and use Haywood Jablomi. It's everyone makes characters like that. Those are fun to make, little troll name characters to piss people off. But it's But other than that, Mortavius is what I've used in some form or other. And man, I must have really stressed my machine today, because it usually loads faster than this. You guys have seen it on my past videos. It doesn't usually right in. I usually don't have to wait this long. So I'm not quite sure what's going on with this. I haven't played it in a while, so it's probably loading up all the crap that they should have loaded from me playing. And for me not, since I haven't played, it's probably taken like 80 bazillion years to do that. We are almost into the game now, I hope. And we are going to see what is different. Maybe. I was... And here we are. So, I am encumbered. Apparently. When I left off, I was somehow encumbered. So, let's just... we'll just drop all this jazz. And there we are. Let's just drop all this like a chicken. I have enough blueberries and crap. So yeah, apparently we had some new shit. I ran into some of it a while ago when they last patched. So let's see. I'll just put my stupid sauce and shit in here. And here we go. Nice little pile of woody woods. As you can see, I started off in the dwarf area. Level 45, Bramble Hopper, level 4. And so there we are. Now I need to find some stuff to do. Maybe I should start by building a fortress. Since I'm not in the Scandy server and I'm in the dwarven area and I'm all alone, so alone, I'm gonna have to do this shit again. Luckily, some of the dead guards that I looted from my previous game were wearing this. Yeah. Occasionally, if you look around in the city, especially like in the dwarf city, I found dead bodies. And I looted them. And I got some groovy stuff. Oh, shit. Really? No, I don't want to deal with you. Go away. Boar McBorton. Alright, well, fuck. Now, I need to find a good place to build. Where I won't be disturbed. I don't have to worry about crap. Where are all these damn animals? Okay, well. So yeah, basically that's what I've been up to. The past, I don't know how long. I've been taking care of real life stuffs and getting myself all set to move across the country and leave Las Vegas. Leave Las Vegas and go back east. Since I'm from back east originally, or not, well, sort of originally. I was born in Cali and then I moved back east when I was young. And it's pretty much my home as far as I'm concerned. I love it there. I love the weather. I love the people. You know, I love all that stuff. So yeah, we are going to figure out what has changed. So what do I want to do? Do I want to... Damn, what is up with all the critters? Shit. I'm not in any position to fight at the moment. I really don't want to mess with anything at this time. Particularly monsters. I don't want to mess with any monsters at all. And I don't want to fucking deal with meteorites either. Meteorites piss me off. Especially when the monsters come and tear down your shit. That kind of makes me upset. Anyway, I might as well start with straw. I'm going to build a straw house. I'll start all over this way. Oh god, I gotta do this shit. Joy. Yeah, basically we gotta dick around and mess with this. Stones and all that other crap. I eventually want to get the shit together so I can start making a scythe. A scythe would be really nice right about now. Scythe would be awesome. But I don't have one. I'm very sad that the Scandy server is down. I was about to hop on and retame and do some shit. Not sure what happened. Maybe there wasn't enough of us on or something. Well, like I said, once I get to main, I'm gonna set up a real server, a really nice server, right on the premises. I have it all powered up and nice. I got a nice, powerful machine for that. And that way I'll run one, and like I said in my earlier broadcast, if the earlier people from my channel wanna come on and chill on my Dark and Light server when I get it up, just send me a tell when I announce it, and I'll give you the password, and you can get a nice server going once I get everything balanced and figured out. So yeah, and that'll be the deal. I'll be a little server admin for Dark and Light, and possibly Conan too. I'll probably run a Conan server as well. So yeah. So we'll see how it goes. I'm gonna look and see how Dark and Light turns out. I mean, they've got a lot of work to do. They're not as far along as probably Conan. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I do like about this game. The fact that I like the way the taming works in this game. I like the fact that I can get a flying monster or flying mount, or I can tame any creature that I see and use them to like make different products or to do labor or whatever. And I don't think that Conan's going to have that kind of an in-depth system. Honestly, it doesn't look like it's going to. It's not going to be as much like Ark as this is as far as pets go. Pets aren't going to really be. They're probably just going to have specialized pets. It sounds like where they're going to have maybe 3 kinds of pets, and like a rhinoceros and an elephant and a camel, and each one is going to have a specific role. Like you're not going to be able to use an elephant for inventory. It's just going to be an assault mount, which kind of. Oh yeah, as you can see, we're getting lots of new materials. So the materials haven't even been named yet. That's how early this patch. That's how rudimentary this patch is. They're just starting to patch in new systems now. So I'm getting lots of materials that don't have names. I don't know what they do yet. Apparently they added new skills from what I hear. So it's going to be a little bit of me trying to figure this stuff out. I have absolutely no idea how this is going to work. I'm sad. I had my little sky place going with stuff for people to visit. And now that's not going to happen. But yeah, it just sucks because the next few months I'm going to be really, really busy, so I'm not going to be able to do as much on my YouTube channel as I would like. Um, and that's just, that's the way life is working. And I'd expected as much, I had expected that my time was going to be taken, but I need something to do in the interim, while I'm waiting for all this stuff to go down. And so my YouTube channel is it. It's something I can put some energy into, and I can have a voice of a kind, and talk about stuff that I like, and maybe some people will like what I talk about and agree, or have a nice shared experience. It's just something I can do just to throw myself out there, And like I said, these games are nice because even like with my channel being small, like I could invite people from my channel onto a server once I get it going, and it would be I think a better game atmosphere, because I could enforce certain things. Like if there's cheaters or anyone, I could boot them, ban them. It would be I think game communities now, I think, are a big problem because there are no real community managers in game. You never see a GM. You never get any feedback, rarely get feedback on the forums. It's just totally detached. It's not a personalized experience, That's why I like the new slew of games coming out where people can run their own server. It's just like a dungeon master running his own campaign, and if you have the tools to mod and you do all that stuff, you can custom tailor an experience for your server and your kind of people, and you can build a server kind of like you want to, and have the kind of community that you want. You're not forced to accept people just because you need money or anything else like that. You don't have to worry about it, because it's not like a corporation where you have to worry about your profit. I think corporations should just... Honestly, I wish Dungeons and Dragons would do something like this and come out with a Dungeons and Dragons crap, and instead of putting out books, set it up like a 3D Neverwinter Nights like this, where you have a world and you can do, you set up survival mechanics, you set up all kinds of other mechanics that you can use, and add RP actions and all that other stuff that you can take, and then if you could combine dark and light, with have some of the combat of Absolver and tie magic to the combat, so you'd have to have like a melee card or a magic card, so you could balance, how that would go. In order to hit somebody, you'd have to target them, and then you could have magic counters, and you could have all kinds of crazy stuff. It would be awesome, I think it would be awesome. And then you use the, some of the D&D rules, and then or the D&D franchise, and you'd have all kinds of cool stuff. It looks like I might be in the middle of what could be a dark event, and if it is, I'm going to be in some deep doo-doo. That does not look healthy. This is another thing. I wish they'd give us sliders to control, dark events, and how often they happen, and all the other stuff, because I really, yeah, see that up there? That blue, wah, wah, wah. I don't like that. So, yeah. Well, anyway, like I was saying, if they could do like a Dungeons and Dragons style, I wish they'd go back to like 3.5. 5 is okay. It's kind of a nice mix between, I guess, 3.5 and 4. I've taken a look at it. It's not too bad, but it's still, I still love 3.5. That's my favorite incarnation of 3 and 3.5. That's my favorite incarnation of Dungeons and Dragons, and of course, Pathfinder is really really taken off with the D20 system that they came out with for 3.5. And if they could do something like that, and you would just like release campaign worlds, and you could create the worlds like the worlds in like either No Man's Sky or Star Citizen, where it's actually a world, it's actually a globe, and you could set your whole, you could create your whole, campaign settings, and just update the globes as you use them. They'd be huge, massive worlds like this. You could sculpt areas and then place them on the world, and set cities and have the campaign evolve naturally that way. Just limit the ability to travel until you get a world finished, a whole campaign world. I mean, if they did something like that, if Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast did something like this, created a Dungeons and Dragons with the survival elements and the building elements and the elements and the casting and the spells and all this other stuff, and created it, focused around cooperation, like campaigns are, where the focus isn't on PvP, even though PvP is possible. It's not on PvP. It's on PvE, people's roles, people's, the way they fit into groups. Not this, everything has to be 1v1 balanced bullshit, but still having people be able to have counters. Mages can decimate a fucking entire army in Dungeons and Dragons, and one arrow from a rogue that the mage can't see takes care of that. And some people would say that's OP, a bow with backstab damage that annihilates a mage that can annihilate an army. But I say, checks and balances, motherfuckers. Mages got to be kept humble. Not only that, there's spell slayers and all kinds of other stuff. But it doesn't diminish the power of a mage. You should fear a mage. A mage can do terrible fucking things. They can annihilate armies, or they can raise armies of undead, or they can do all that other stuff. It doesn't help if the mage is dead from one fucking arrow, or a pike through the head because he didn't see the warrior around the corner. Stuff like that. And I do think that it should be, if they do D&D, if they were to do D&D, it should be a sort of a classless system, or a system where you could multi-class and whatever. I think because basically classes are only tool sets of abilities anyway, and that's where a lot of the imbalances come from. If you give everybody a point-based system on, you get so many points to spend on whatever, you'll get all these different types of things that can be. You can have hybrids, you can have purebred pure characters, you can have whatever. But they shouldn't favor, one or the other. They should just let the mechanics naturally do what they do, and let the system evolve as it does, without having to worry about some players being scrubs because they think that everything should play one way and they can't adapt. That's what I think. But what do I know, right? I've only been playing for God knows how many years. Okay, so I can't make floors yet. Really? What do I got? I need twine. Of course I need twine. And I need fucking straw. Why did I even fucking... Okay, what do I need for a campfire? I need straw. Alright, let's get some straw. Straw. I'll build a fire. Build a fire! Something new. Blah, blah, blah. Build a fire. But yeah, it's, there's, like I said, one of these days I'll go into into what I think the perfect game would be. You know, and hopefully someone will hear it, and one of these companies that has the money to do something like that will do it. Specifically, I'm hoping Dungeons and Dragons will do it. Because if you build a game like this and then you sell the books that explain how the rules work, you know, you don't make the rules as obvious, you know, or how they work. You don't give an idea of the formulas, but instead you sell all the books on how to do it, and you have the books that talk about the stuff and everything like that. I think that would be very profitable for that franchise. That's probably how you would get Dungeons and Dragons back on its feet, you know, because they really fucked up when they took a piss on their own system, and they decided that 3.5 wasn't going to be the way they went, because you know some people couldn't deal and cried like bitches because people like me came up with pretty sick and disgusting things. But there are sick and disgusting things in 5th edition too. In fact, in 5th edition, I can make characters that are more powerful than anything that I could in 3.5. That's kind of why I like 5th edition. It's kind of why I like it. You know, because I can ass rape it is worse than 3.5. So, you know, that's how that goes. That's how that works. All right. So, what do I need the fire for? Warmth. First of all, I need some warmth there. So what I will do is I'll chuck that in there. Is that going there? Oh, I can burn that too? I can burn that shit. Good. Well, rare wood. Well, since I don't know what it's fucking for right now, and I don't have any recipes that can use it, I could use some straw. I will fire up the fire, and I will make some straw. And in the meantime, I will go and draw my sword and do this with the sword. The sword. Oh, you got little like rare flowers and shit. Well then. Well then. Well, yeah, so I'm gonna have to do all this again. I'm gonna have to level my character again, and that'll be a pain in my ball sack. And I'm alone on the server. Well, I was alone on the other server for a little while. Maybe that's why they took it down, because not a lot of people were together. You know, and in all fairness, I mean, it's still basically an alpha build. You know what I mean? We're still in a very, very, very early stage of the game. So there's only so much you can do, only so much you can see before, you know, you have to wait to do anything else. Which is, that's just how things are, you know? It's just how it is. And right now, I'm pretty much the only guy in my immediate circle of friends that plays with Dark and Light and Conan. Everyone else, my wife and some of my friends, they're in other online games. They're in, like, you know, ESO and stuff like that. So that's how that is. And durability sucks. Okay. what we'll do. Alright, so all that on grass. I'll take the charcoal. Craft all 100 because I need straw. Straw. Seems like a lot of the spoil timers have vanished. Not that I'm complaining. I'm not going to complain about that, but kind of makes making fertilizer impossible if your meat won't spoil. You know, if you can't make spoiled meat any other way. But yeah. Oh, I'm really going to enjoy Maine, I think. I'm looking forward to it. You know, going someplace where it's not crowded. You don't have people up your ass 24/7. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. It just sucks that I'm going to be busy for the next 6 months. As busy as, where I'm not going to be able to get on a lot. This is going to be, I'll probably be updating every couple of days. This is going to be the standard thing for like the next 6 months. Probably in about another week or two, I might be flying out for a week or whatever. I'm gonna be out of state a few times. I gotta go visit family, and I gotta do stuff before I leave here. I have a lot of obligations I got to finish and wrap up before I leave Las Vegas. I mean, Vegas has been good to me. This is the kind of shitty the city that will it can be shitty. It'll chew you up and spit you out if you don't know how to handle and control yourself. Seriously, Vegas is not a place to play. It's just the city itself can be brutal. It can be really, really unforgiving, especially if you have no self-control. And I've seen so many people wind up homeless and in bad shape because they can't control themselves. They gamble all their money away. Like that's kind of who's left in the casinos now. I mean, you got the tourists and shit like that, but now most of them are just Californians that come to party. That's mostly what I see. Not as many tourists. Not so many. And but the city itself is growing. The city's packed. We're over 2 million people now. Oh wow, they have fences and other stuff. So the Las Vegas has gotten really big. And it's mostly Californians, fleeing the high taxes and all the other crazy stuff that's in California. So yeah. This is I don't know whether I'm going to throw this video in random stuff or whether I'll throw it in my dark and light playlist. It'll probably wind up in my dark and light playlist because it is dark and light. It's just me basically doing a playthrough. Hey, well that lag was a little quicker. That's a server save. So that's a little better that it saves that quick. It was a shorter burst of lag. So that's bearable. That is bearable. Okay, let's see what we got. Now I can make foundations. Yay! And I'll craft 10 of these. Bad boys. Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? Yeah. I'm kind of looking forward to going back and retooling myself and setting up some stuff. You know, it's gonna be nice. I love the weather too. People get all pissy. Oh, it's cold weather. How are you gonna deal with all the snow? I'm like, listen, I came from Buffalo, New York. All right, you don't know anything about snow. When you have 15 feet of snow blocking you in your house for 3 fucking days until your landlady comes to check up on you, then talk to me. When you have the guy that works for the town dig you out with a bulldozer, then talk to me about snow, because I've gone through that, and that's nothing, really, honestly. You just make sure you got shit in the house. Make sure you prepare for it. You're fine. You know, it's not difficult. It's not rocket science. Just make sure you got your stuff. All right. Where do I want to set this down? Where do I want to build? Let's see. I think I might build over here, maybe? Alright, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this. And I mean, the textures I think are okay. I like that wooden texture, that like old like dock wood. That is actually really cool. I like that. I mean, I just wish the color was different. It's too gray. I mean, they went too far with the gray palette. You know, it's just. I wish they would let you rotate your pieces with your mouse wheel. That would be really, really nice and appreciated. If I could do that. If I could rotate with my mouse wheel, so I could angle and set the stuff the way I wanted it. Because Conan allows that. In Conan you can rotate your shit with the mouse wheel, and it's really nice. It's really, really, really nice. So yeah. At least now the stupid stuff isn't gonna die immediately when monsters come and decide to bang a gong on your house. See, this is what bugs me, is now it won't orient the way I want it to. You know, it's gonna do what it wants to. I can't twist it so that all the boards are in the orientation that I want them to. That bugs the shit out of me. See, and now it's doing that. God damn it, you cock bitch motherfuckers. Yeah, orienting the stuff is kind of feh. I'll fix that later. But yeah, so as I was saying, it's what do I need for that? I need more twine to build my platform for my base. My base. Eventually I'll be able to build some arrows so I can tame a cow. Cow taming. Taming of the cow. Life can be complicated sometimes. Well, look how bright it is at 5 in the morning. That's fucking ridiculous. I'm gonna have to see if I can tweak and mod the night later on, so the night will last until... They have server settings for that right now, so I'm just gonna have to monk around with those and see if I can get those to do more of that, to kind of linger until like 5 or 6. This is gonna be a slow grind. Why? Because I went to the dwarf lands instead of the elf lands, and there's not anything like the farms. There's not anything like the farms where I showed you in the one video where you can speed level. Be like level 30 in minutes. I'm not near any of that. And of course, it's nice if you have someone who can give you a saddle and a cow. And Chuck, toss the saddle on you and then unclaim the cow, and then you claim the cow, and see, cow. You claim it, and then, or whatever animal that you could use to harvest, and then power level. That is how you power level your friends. You get them a animal that can do all that stuff, and then you give it to them in a saddle, and you say, on your way, have fun. Oh, yeah. So basically, this is going to be fun. Having to grind all the way back up. Yay. Grindy, grindy. Grindy, grindy. I'm just babbling. I'm building my shit. Building my shit. See, it won't go vertical until I put something like that, and then it does that. So I don't know why it does it that way, but man, it pisses me off so much. And basically, I gotta wait to level into a frickin' ceiling so I can start extending the stuff out over the water. And pillars too. I'm gonna need pillars. Alright, a little bush action. Chop, chop. Chop in the bush. And I'll go get more straw with a fire. Scared the shit out of me, man. Thought that was a monster or something. I was about to cry and wet myself. Now where the hell is my fire? Where the frig did I... There it is. Okay. I was gonna say, man. In all honesty, though, the artwork in Conan Exiles is much better. It's much better. And the only thing that I think that sucks is they don't have magic. Magic is it's a big thing for me. I love magic. I love magic. I love mages. I love playing with that stuff. So for Conan not having that, for me, is a big, big, big deal breaker. And they say this they're going to have sorcery, but it's going to be different. So I'm curious to see how that goes. If there's necromancy, I'm going to be happy because I'm a big fan of necromancy. I love necromancy. I've often gone along necromantic stuff. That's the type of magic that I like to use most in games when possible. Raising dead and creating undead and draining life and spreading sickness and disease, and it's a lot of fun. Shape changing. Necromancy is a lot of fun. So I'm hoping they have necromancy eventually here in this game, where you can raise skeletons and stuff like that. That would be cool. Okay, so time for grass. Alright. Craft all 100. Yeah. So I figured I would update you guys and keep you in the loop as to what's happening with me. And me not being online a lot as much as, and posting as much as I had hoped that I'd be able to, or as much as I had been. You know, I was posting up to 3 times a day some days. But now I got about a 6-month period where I'll be posting like once every few days, basically because I'm going to be very busy. So I'm really sorry about that upcoming schedule. It's something I can't avoid. I have to, do my real life first, and then once I get all that organized, then I can do my YouTube and gaming life, and do some of that. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It's not bad. I mean, the foundations are okay. It's just that, man, I wish we could. Let's see. This is going to be the long, boring part as I build a fort. As I watch a cow step all over my shit. Come on, cow, really? You're breaking my shit, man. Look at that. Wrecking my shit. Fucking cow. Got more shit wrecking. Wrecking my shit. Yeah, I'll probably wrap this up here. But I figured I would let you guys kind of know what's going on. And I'll post when I can. Games. There's a couple games that are coming up that I'm definitely going to be reviewing. One in October and one in November, and I might be reviewing a few more depending on the time I get. So there's a few games that I had my eye on that I was going to review. So I will head out, and I will see you next time. I'll probably post something in another day or two. And then basically when I get the chance to play and do something, or when I get a little bit of progress going in this game, because right now uh, I have no idea what they changed. I know they added some new ingredients and they added some new stuff, so I'm going to have to go and dick around with this and see what they changed. And I was in Conan, and well, I'll leave Conan for Conan. I'll when I do a Conan video, I'll explain what I found in there and what's pretty cool about it. So I am done and outie here. And if you like the stuff I post, definitely give me a thumbs up. And if you really like it and you want to help me grow my channel, feel free to hit that subscribe button, because that'll help me out. You know, it'll help me build my channel. And well, the good thing is once I get all this stuff done in Maine, I'm probably gonna buy more editing tools and stuff like that, and then I can actually start doing what the other YouTubers do, where I can, you know, set up a theme song and I'll do some art and have theme art, have my logo and all of that. So, peace out, Boy Scouts, boys and Girl Scouts, but mostly Boy Scouts. I think 98% of my viewers are male. So I can honestly say peace out, Boy Scouts, and not worrying about offending too many people. I will see you next time.